This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up? This is DC Channel Guns coming at you another gun video. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to appreciate all my subscribers. I want to appreciate everybody who's come over here and support the channel. I appreciate that. And I want to give a special thanks to my subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Even if you're not subscribed, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who are doing videos on social media, spreading the word, upholding the Constitution, defending the Second Amendment. I appreciate everybody, all that hard work and stuff that they're doing out there. I appreciate that. Because, we have to work together when it comes to this. And, a lot of things that people don't understand, there's no one person going to save you from your Second Amendment. There's too many people looking for their favorite politician, the president. They're looking for, some social media star. There's nobody on social media that's going to save you. I'm talking about this is a group thing. Everybody has to participate. I'm talking about one person can't do it. A few people can't do it. Certain groups can't do it. Your gun organizations can't do it. They can spend all the money they want. They can't do it. I'm talking about it's going to take everybody, the organizations, the politicians. I'm talking about everybody has to be involved in this process in order to defeat the people who is trying to get rid of the Second Amendment in this country. And, I've been saying that for a long time, but, that's the only way we're going to win. And so, with that said, gun owners, we have a huge fight in front of us. I'm talking about we're fighting everything from the top to the bottom. I'm talking about we're fighting everything. And, one thing that people need to understand, when you're looking at this landscape of this, infringement in this country when it comes to firearms, it's just ridiculous now. To my everything that we know, the way of life is being used against gun owners. They're using everything against us. Everything you can think of, they're using it. Social media, your media, your media is working against you. Your banking system is working against you. Well, let alone your credit cards and all this kind of stuff. I'm talking about they're using that against you too. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about the way of life of gun owners in this country. Any type of way for some type of freedom for gun owners in this country, they're trying to take that away from us. And, they're pretty much trying to snuff us out of the situation. They're trying to pretty much get rid of guns in this country, people. I'm talking about everything that I have looked at, every crack, every hole. I'm talking about wherever you're looking at, they're putting some type of law in place to trap gun owners, to put you in a trap so you can pretty much catch some type of felony charge or, get in some type of trouble, misdemeanor, whatever the case may be, to infringe on your Second Amendment rights. And I'm talking about that's the fact that matters. Now, like I said before, and again, they're picking us off one by one. This has to be a group thing. I'm talking about the gun confiscation in this country is happening. Forget about kicking down your doors. Forget about all this kind of stuff. They're already kicking down your doors. They're taking gun owners' guns as we speak. They've been doing it for a while. And they're just ramping it up with all these laws and stuff that they're doing. Now, I want to talk about Florida for instance, because, when these red flag laws been introduced, pretty much has been put out in the spotlight. Well, a lot of people started, grasping on. Red flag laws always been in this country for decades and decades. It's just now they're renaming them. They're upgrading the red flag laws. They're adding more stuff to it to pretty much take your guns. Pretty much. There's no other way around it. Nothing I can say to water that down. Everything that they're putting in the red flag law is to take your guns, people. And, one thing about the red flag laws a lot of people don't understand is they're putting it at gun owners' expense. And, let's talk about Florida. Now, Florida have used the red flag laws over several thousand times. Over several thousand times. They have confiscated weapons. Can you imagine how many weapons Florida done pretty much confiscated when it comes to gun owners in that state? And I'm just using Florida for example. It's happening all across the country. Gun owners' guns are being confiscated. Forget about kicking down your doors and stuff like that. The court orders and stuff like that. They're using the population against you. They're using your family, friends, doctors, schools. They're using everybody that know you. Everybody that know you can participate to have your guns took from you. I'm talking about that's pretty much what's been setting up. And that is the stage that we're on right now. And red flag laws has been pretty much been underestimated for a while now. For the last couple months. Because a lot of people, feel like, hey, it's due process. they just can't come and take your guns. I hear people saying that. I hear people saying that all the time. But I hate to bust their bubble. There's no due process because there are a lot of loopholes that they're putting in these laws. There's no due process. And if you think it's due process, look at Florida, look at some of the other states. There's no due process. Let me tell you why there's no due process. Because first of all, if someone pretty much said that you're a threat to yourself or you're harm to yourself or others or whatever the case may be, or you did something such as wave a gun at somebody or you threatened somebody or you said something, they can take that, right? I'm talking about, you might think it has to be more than that, but it's not. So they can take that, that information can be sent to a court. The judge can, do a temporary order to come seize your farm. Farm seizure has happened. So now in Florida, they have been doing this and they've done it to several thousand gun owners, and they have pretty much confiscated a lot of guns. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is when it comes down going to court to get your weapons back, to prove yourself that you're no threat to yourself or others, the problem is you don't get a court-appointed lawyer. You don't get a free lawyer, people. And the red flag laws is a disadvantage when it comes to poor people. Excuse me, but it's a disadvantage when it comes to poor people. And not because you're wealthy, they still can't take your farms, but if you're wealthy, you can afford your lawyer. But when you have people who can't afford a lawyer, or you got to get a free or court-appointed lawyer, and when it comes to these red flag laws, you don't get that type of due process. You have to be able to afford your own lawyer to fight the case to get your firearms back. That's what they got going on. I'm talking about that's the due process right there. A lot of these red flag laws in a lot of these states, there's no court-appointed lawyer for you. That's up to you. You have to go get your own lawyer. You have to fork up the money to go fight the case. And if you can't fight the case and you can't go get your lawyer, guess what? Your guns are gone. And, I have been talking about this for months now. There's articles that I have put up here on these videos showing you that people are losing their firearms because majority of people can't afford to get a lawyer. And it's going to get very expensive. It's getting very expensive. So the way they set this stuff up is, look, it's easy for someone to just say that you threaten them and do all this. They made it that process. That's the easy process that they have made. They made it just that simple. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The due process is just something they put in there to make it sound good. But they have made it so simple that everybody can infringe on the Second Amendment right. Because the more people you can get on to get in this process to infringe on gun owners, the more guns they get to get. Because, in a lot of these cases that I looked at, let's say somebody falsely accused you. Girlfriend, wife, family member, or someone you know, whoever. Teacher was misled about something. I'm talking about any little thing. Guess what? They don't have to have no proof that you was a threat. That whatever you did to cause them to call the police or say something or whatever the case may be, they don't have to prove it. And if they fall, now there's some states, it's a very few states, but some states, if somebody lied on a gun owner or something like that, there might be some type of punishment. But in a lot of these states, there are no punishment, people. There is no consequence for someone going lied on you about that, you threatened them and all this kind of stuff. There are no consequences. But still, with that said, the expenses still fall on the gun owner. And Florida wrote a big article. Florida wrote a big article of the disadvantages and stuff. And it's happening all over this country where you have people who can't afford a lawyer just pretty much give up and them guns are gone. And they know that. That's the reason why they said in that you can't get a free lawyer. You don't get a free lawyer. I'm just saying, it's not going to happen. You have to get your own lawyer, people. So, that's something that you have to look at when it comes to these red flag laws. Because, they're picking us off one by one. They're not picking us off in groups and nothing like that. Every law in this country that has been set to infringe on your Second Amendment rights, they're picking gun owners off in this country one by one. All the traps that I talk about that they said, you break the rules, you can listen to everybody you want to about don't comply this and don't comply that. When they catch you, guess what? It's you. And then guess what they're doing? They're taking you downtown. They're fingerprinting you. They're, whatever the situation is, you're getting billed for it. You're held liable for it. Not your family, friends, nobody else. That's what they're doing. They're isolating gun owners and they're taking us down one by one. Now, it might not seem like a whole lot, but when you start to add up the thousands and millions of gun owners in this country, you do it every single day for a whole year after year. People, That's the drawdown process when it comes to your farm in this country. They're drawing down the farms. That's pretty much what they're doing. And the criminals, pretty much, like I said before, at the end of the day, they are building. They're building up because none of these laws are affecting them. So I'm talking about that's what's going on, just trying to get you to see another aspect of the red flag laws and stuff like that. But, this huge article out of Florida has proved my point that, it's happening now. It's happening right now, and they're going strong. And I hope my prediction by the end of the year, we start off the year with about 17 states that had red flag laws, but I hope that my prediction that it's going to be about 30 states that's going to pretty much have red flag laws, pretty much a bill. Most states now have bills containing red flag laws. And inside of it, it's just a whole lot of stuff to get your guns, pretty much. So just want to talk about that. Appreciate you for watching. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.